let's start. Once again, my name is Chris. I'm a software developer. I've been into ICT for a while now, since 2000 and let's say 2013. I've been into software development and training. Basically, I like training people. I like teaching people. So it's one thing that gives me joy when I see people are doing well. People around me are actually growing, because as everybody have what makes them happy. So this is one of the things that make me happy, teaching people and making sure that they get value. So today we're going to be doing more of introduction, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to get ready, so that in the next class we just kick off with practical aspect of whatever we're doing. This class is not about theory, it's practical. I'm doing it, you are doing it, you're understanding what we're doing, you understand? So I want you to pay attention as much as you can, but the videos will definitely be available for you to watch at your own time, if in case you miss out anything I am doing, maybe because maybe I might be a little bit fast or faster than you, or So Amazon Kindle is just a section of Amazon. We all know Amazon, all know just what's in the name again, Bezos. He's one of the richest man in the world. So he owns a platform called Amazon. Now when you come to Amazon, there's a lot of things happening in Amazon. Amazon is just a marketplace with billions of people, you understand? So in that Amazon, they have the Amazon Mesh, they have Amazon Kindle, we have a lot of things, Amazon cars, like there's a lot of things happening in that place. So the aspect we are just exploring now is just the Amazon Kindle side. Now Kindle is all about publishing book. This book is not limited to just journals or storybooks or articles. You can go way down to publishing low content book, things like exercise books, jotters, journals, and name it, children's coloring books, some of these things that children used to learn, all these book they tracing, all these letter tracing books and co. These are a lot of things that are under Amazon Kindle, which people are actually using to make real money. So if you are an artistic person, you are very good, you can actually be creating all these kind of books, all these artistic book, like coloring book for kids. People are buying it. There's a woman that made crazy money during the COVID-19 period. She is into all this coloring book, and luckily for her, when the COVID-19 happened, her book was one of the most purchased book on Amazon, and she made thousands of dollars from Amazon. So that's why there's no niche that you just say that it's not necessary to go into. You can actually look at all of them at your own time, just create something. You don't know what might happen, and that particular niche might be the one paying you a lot. So Kindle has to do with publishing. We all know what it's when you talk about publishing. The conventional way we do it before is maybe somebody writes a book, he meets a publisher. The publisher first of all accepts him and say, yeah, maybe your book is good for us to publish. The publisher prints the books and sell it, maybe because of they have a market or something like that. Sometimes, when you publish your book yourself, maybe print it out, it's very much expensive to do that, and at the end of the day you might not even make out the money you use in publishing the book and every other thing. Now Amazon is creating a platform for us, telling us, let us don't go through that old-fashioned way we are doing it before. Now all you need to do is write a book for us, create a cover, then publish it on Amazon, then we take care of every other thing. If somebody wants your book, we print it out for the person and send it to the person. All you need to do is just to write the book and publish it on Amazon. Then Amazon take care of anything. If somebody order your book in America, you don't need to do anything. Amazon will not even contact you. They will just take your book and send it to somebody in America. If somebody order for your book in China, The same way Amazon do, they print your book, send it to China. So all you have to do is just to sit back and write this book and publish for them while they do the whole thing. Now when they sell your book, they take a certain percent, very small percent from it, and give you the rest. Take a certain percent from it and give you the rest. Now the good part of this Amazon Kindle is, unlike some of our e-commerce websites, when you publish your goods there, you have to start advertising it. You have to start creating awareness. You have to try paying subscription fee for people to get to see your product, or for your product to appear on the top search and all those stuff. Now Amazon has a very big community. Amazon have a very large and huge community. Imagine a site that billions of people visit every, I was watching an estimate of the number of people that visit Amazon site. Like they say in 2 weeks, like over 2 point something billion people visit Amazon in every 2 weeks. So imagine how huge the market is. Now how many billions of people do we have in the whole world? We just have like 7 point something billion people. Now imagine the 2 point something million people visiting Amazon every. That means almost let's say almost 40% of the world population is actually visiting Amazon every 2 weeks. Then why won't your book sell organically? Why would you need to pay for adverts and all these things? So since I started Amazon Kindle, I don't even know where the advert button is. I don't know where they advertise for, like to boost those like stuff we do in Facebook, to boost your post or to boost whatever you publish on post so that people will see it. I've never done that, and yet my books are selling. So that is the good news. You don't need to go through advertising your book, or probably sharing your book to your friends, telling them, hey, I wrote a book on this, come and buy it. Or you just go do like all these affiliate marketers do. You don't need to do any affiliate marketing. You don't need to do any other thing. All you need to do is just to write a good book and publish it there. You understand? Now part of what we're going to be teaching you in this section is things that you're going to do that will make your book stand out. You have to be paying attention in your design, the book cover. That's the first thing that attracts everybody, what they see. You understand? People, the eye always attract people. Maybe somebody search for a topic now. Let's say somebody is looking for a book in how to invest in cryptocurrency, and probably you wrote a book on how to invest in cryptocurrency. Now the first appearance, there's like 4 books there that appeared, for the person to pick from. Now the person's eyes immediately will scan through the one that has the beautiful design. The one that has the most beautiful design is just a human something. Is natural. You just look out for the beautiful one, and something in your mind will tell you that this guy that did a beautiful design, probably he took time to write his book well. He's very for him to do a good design like this, that means his book will also be nice. It's just a normal thing with human being. Definitely the person will definitely go for that book and open it up and try to check up what is inside this book, and probably at the process of doing that he might end up buying your book. So another thing you have to pay attention to is your description. Now when somebody look at your book, when they click on your book, it open up, there's a little description, a writing that describe what is inside this book. These are part of the things we are going to be teaching you. So that description, the person can actually read it and see the information contained in the book without even actually reading the book. The person will now know whether, hey, is this book what is good for me? Is this the kind of book I want to read or not? And another thing you have to do as a good publisher, you have to be truthful to your audience, people that are buying your book. If you are writing a book for beginner, don't tell somebody it's an advanced book, because the white guys, they don't like all these kind of tricks. So once you trick the white guy, they will write a bad review about your book immediately. And once they write a bad review for your book, what happens? Your book start dropping in search. If your book is ranking number 1 before, it might start ranking number 2, and the more bad review you get, the book will keep ranking down and ranking down. So be be plain as possible. If your book is for beginners, say this book is for beginners. If you're an advanced person, probably there's another of my book, you can check it out, but for this one it's just for beginners. So just be specific about the book, then try to convince the person that, hey, this is the best book for you. Another thing is, when you are writing your titles, these are the things we're going to be teaching you soon. Don't use things like this is the best book you read, this is the best of all the bests. Don't use things like that. Be plain as possible. Maybe you say beginner's book on cryptocurrency, all those kind of things. These are the kind of things, but at your own time you are going to go and read the terms and conditions of Amazon. It's not too cumbersome. It's a very, very easy thing to understand. Once you follow these rules, you will not have issue with Amazon. Another thing is, maybe you have a mistake and they send you a mail, you have to reply their mails. Anytime you get a mail from them, reply the mail immediately. Even if you don't understand what the mail is all about, just reply it first, then figure out what the mail is all about. Because sometimes if you don't reply their mail, or you forget, or you're somebody who is not always good at checking your mails, you have problems. So these are the things I'm trying to tell you in this class, because maybe I might forget it when the class begins, because I will be diving into what we have. So that's why I'm just doing a touch on all these things. So once you get a mail, reply your mail. Make sure you check your mail regularly. Put your mail to notify you. That's how you set it on your phone. Once there's a mail coming to your Yahoo or your Gmail to notify you, just normal like your WhatsApp do and co. Set it up so that you get notification each time there's a mail for you. Try and reply it as soon as possible to be on the safe side. So there's a lot of things in Amazon, so many things. So we're going to be breaking it down as we go through. So another thing I want you guys to get ready, because we're going to be using it very soon, is you're going to get your ID ready. Things like your voter's card, things like your national ID card. If you have a driver's license, good. If you have an international passport, good. So you're going to get it ready, because you're going to be creating accounts. Where we're going to be creating accounts, we're going to be creating accounts in Amazon KDP. We're going to be creating accounts on Payoneer as well. Now, Amazon KDP is the platform where we publish our book. Then the Payoneer is a platform that you use to receive payment. Now, when you create your account on Payoneer, they allow you to create a USD account. So you have a USD account with them. Now with this your USD account, you supply it to Amazon. Amazon doesn't pay you in your local currency. Amazon pay you with a USD account. So that's why we are going through that process. Now if you create this Payoneer account, you can now attach your Nigerian account to your Payoneer. So from your Payoneer, you'll be sending money down to your Nigerian account. Like today, I did a withdrawal. This is the end of the month. I just got my paid. I get the complete payment today. I've withdrawn it immediately to my Nigerian account. So maybe in 2 days' time, the payment will be reflecting on my Nigerian account. So that is the process. First of all, is what we are creating an account on Amazon KDP. The second one, we're going to create an account on Payoneer. So it's quite simple. All these things are going to be done practical here. You're going to be seeing it. Even if it means somebody volunteering his own account for us to use it to do it, then we're going to do it. But we're going to make sure everything is very clear to everybody, and the videos will be always available for everyone to watch and visit back to what we are doing. Another thing I must ask you is, this class is not going to take us too long. It might just last for a while, probably a weekend or thereabout. The maximum is 2 weeks. So I just want you, within these 2 weeks, just try to schedule yourself, plan yourself, so that you don't miss out any class. Plan yourself very well. You don't miss out anything because the more we go into every class is very, very important. There's no class that is not important. We made our class so important that you can't even miss one. You understand? So make sure you follow the classes. Don't say anything. Just schedule yourself within these 2 weeks so that you don't miss out anything at all. So that's basically the summary of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be touching every aspect of this Amazon publishing. We're going to be sending you templates that you're going to be using for the publishing. I've already created a template that is going to make work very easy for you, so you don't need to go and stretch yourself understanding how the whole Amazon template works, or trying to create your own template. We're going to teach you how to do graphics. We're going to be using Canva. Those that already know how to use Photoshop, we're going to teach you how to go about it. Just give you the width and height of how you're going to be designing. Those who know how to use CorelDRAW, the same thing, but in this class we're going to be using Canva, because Canva is quite easy and something that anybody can access, because sometimes installing all this Photoshop and CorelDRAW could be very heavy, and sometimes some of us uses phone, so you cannot use your phone to access all these things. So that's why we are going to be using strictly Canvas to teach you the graphics aspect of this class, so that you will learn how to design your cover book yourself. All these things are going to be done by you, and you don't need to employ any third party to assist you. We're going to teach you everything, and you're going to understand it perfectly. So in the writing aspect, there was a time somebody was asking, I'm too busy, can I do the writing? See, when it comes to writing, you're not actually writing yourself. What you're doing here is research. It's more about research. You're not going to be writing anything from your head, except you just feel like you want to write, or you're very good at copywriting. Now, where you might be writing is when you want to write your description. Those who are good at writing, if you don't know how to write your description, everything we're going to teach you how, a short way you're going to go about all these things, and things will be very, very easy for you. So what you'll be doing more often is just research, and we're going to teach you how to paraphrase. Now, paraphrasing has to do with when you research a topic, when you research something and you get your content. We're going to teach you how to make that content unique, so that it will be different from wherever you copied it for. Even the person you copied it for will not even know that you copied his work. So Amazon is very strict about when it comes to copywriting. So that's why we're going to be teaching you that. So once you pay attention to the copyright issue and follow our step, you won't fall any victim of copyright, because definitely they have their own tools they use to checkmate for copyright. Once you publish a book that have copyright infringement, immediately they're gonna suspend that book, or they'll have to take it down and to rewrite it again. So you don't want to be going through all those trades, because sometimes it can be stressful after writing a whole book, probably getting to 30 pages, 40 pages or more, and they're telling you, hey, take this thing down and rewrite it again. It can be so boring and frustrating. So if you follow our simple step, we're going to be giving you tools. There's a free tools on the internet we have actually discovered that you can use to do all these things at your own convenience. Very simple. You don't even need to log in, you don't even need to create an account. These tools are just easy for you to use. So once you're using these tools, you find out that all this issue of copywriting, all this issue of banning your book, probably it will not happen. Another thing you have to avoid is images, the use of images. When you use somebody's image, like now, let's say you want to write about the biography of Putin, because Ukraine is at war now. Maybe you want to write about him. Probably you start using his picture to do that. Sometimes you just go free. Sometimes they will say your book, oh, we don't want this image is copyrighted image, so take it down. So to be on the safe side, you can design your cover without using any images, or just using normal icons and all these things to design your book, and you go scot free, like nobody will disturb you. So to be on the safe side, avoid the use of images. Don't just go to the internet and download images, except you're sure you're the one that you have right to use those images. And if they say, hey, do you have right to use this image, say yes, I have right to use these images, then you use it. Or you can actually find a copyright free images you can be using, fine. But to be on the safe side, just avoid the use of too much images, or using images at all. It will save you a lot of issue. Another thing I want to discuss about today before we round it up is things you can write about. Because I know these are things that are going on in your mind now, but we're going to still revisit all these things I'm saying. Remember, we're doing introduction. I'm just trying to give you a general overview of everything we're going to be doing in this class. So we're going to be teaching you how to research for topics. Now, there are two kind of topics you can write about. You can write about topics that are trending topics. You can write about a continuous topics, like topics that doesn't fade away, like things like let's say I want to write about health. I'm writing about weight loss, how somebody can lose weight, till the next 10 years. That information will be still relevant. In the next 20 years, the information will still be relevant, and so on and so forth. Now, these are things that are continuous. Then you have topics that are trending topics that fades away with time. Okay, maybe I'm writing a topic about the crisis going on in Ukraine. Now, this is a good topic to write about now, because there's still a crisis going on between Russia and Ukraine. Then you probably say you want to write about the biography of Putin. No, talking about Putin and his involvement in the whole crisis. The book will be selling. But what happens when this war is over? The book drops in sale, because nobody will be searching about war in Ukraine and Russia. So these kind of books are trending books. At that particular time they started trending, you can write about them immediately and make the money. And you know that in the next, once the trend is over, the book goes down in sale. It's just like when TB Joshua died. I wrote about TB Joshua. Immediately I had a lot of sales about him. The day he died was the day I wrote about the book, and I published it. I made a lot of money from it. And what happened? That book is no more selling now. It's just there. Maybe once in a while somebody from just random person will just pick the book and buy. It just happened once in a while. So these are things that happen with trending books. So if you're writing book, you know how to mix it up. So mix up with books that are trending, mix it up with books that are something that continues, something that doesn't fade, so that once the trend goes down, so that your sales, because if you keep writing about trending book, once the trend goes, you find out that your books will stop selling as they are used to sell. So but if you have books that are a continuous something, they keep selling. Just like I wrote about earring, and like there's a defect about the ear. That book keeps selling on and on. It just keeps selling. It's been selling for a while now. Every month it keeps selling. So these are something that people are looking out for. So you know how to balance your writing, so that you just don't be a seasonal seller. Because if you be a seasonal seller, you just make sale for a particular period of time, and the next month you might not make sale, and you'll be wondering what is happening. So this might be your problem. Sometimes you might write about books like how to make money, how to invest in cryptocurrency 2022. Now, try to update the book when it's 2023. Go back to that book. One good thing about it is that you can always edit your books whenever you want. You can always edit that book, update it to how to invest in cryptocurrency 2023, so that book will not be like a something that is in the past, because nobody will be in 2023 buying your book you are writing about 2022, except the person just wants to have an information of what's happened in the past. You understand? So these are some of the things you need to be doing, and to keep yourself updated, so that your book keeps selling and selling and selling continuously, and you'll be making sales. So you have to, another thing, you have to create out time for writing. You have to create out time for creating your own content. You know, if in a week you are writing a book in a week, how many weeks do we have in a year? So check it. So that means if you are dropping a book in a year, imagine how many books you would have gotten if you are dropping a book one book in every week. So in a week, in a month, imagine how many books you have gotten. And another thing with Amazon is your sales goes with volume. The volume of the book, the more book you have, the more sales you have. Even though sometimes, if you are lucky enough, you might have a book that becomes a bestseller. Maybe there's a book you wrote that is very exceptional and it becomes the bestseller and it keeps giving you money. But apart from that, books in Amazon, money comes in your book based on the volume of book you have. The more book you have, the more money you make. You understand? Because if you have like 10 books, there are chances that there's no day that will come, that will pass, that your book will not sell. But if you just have one book, you understand, there are a lot of chances that a day will go and you will not make a sale. There are chances that if you have 2 books, there are chances that a day will go, you will not have a sale. You understand? But the more your book increase in volume, there are more chances for you to make sales. So that's why you have to keep on doing what you're doing, invest more time in getting more books. Then if you have money, at least to write a book is as cheap as 10,000 naira. Sometimes you can, if you see somebody who's a young writer, he can charge you like 5,000 naira, or depending on what you guys agree on. So you can pay those people that money. It's not a waste. So it's an investment, because one thing with a book, if you write a book, it keeps selling year in, year out. So you see, it's not a bad investment. So imagine you investing 10,000 naira. 10,000 is let's say $20 is above 10,000 naira currently based on the rate. So imagine you publish a book you wrote for 10,000 naira. Sometimes some of my books, like this month, I know some of my book have made up to $80 something. Some of book have made $60 something. Some have made $50 something. Just one book in a month. So imagine, and some of these books I wrote them, I just paid 10,000 naira to write some of them. Some of them are the ones I wrote myself. You know, the good thing is when you start making money, you can now use the money to invest back on the business, to make sure that you have more volume of books, you have more content, steady content. The more you publish, the more money you are making. So these are some of the things you have to pay attention to. And immediately you start this class, don't waste time, start publishing book as many as you can. I do write a book like a day. Like the days that I am very free, I can start a book that day and finish it that day. It's as simple as that. So with our method, so all you need to do is look at, when you want to write a book, we're going to show you how to go about it, how to create your table of content. Once you have created this table of content, gradually you start picking those subtitles and the titles and researching about them, getting the content, filling it up in your books immediately. Before you know, in less than 6 hours, 5 hours, you are done with a book maximum. If you are if you don't have distraction, like you focus on it, in a day, 6 hours you give yourself in a book, you are done with that book. No matter how this, you can even get up to sometimes I make up to 60 pages in a day, you know, in a book, and I just round it up and conclude on the book and go my way. So I believe with these informations I've given out to you, you guys have actually gotten a little picture of what we're going to be doing. So prepare your mind. What we're going to be doing is basically practical. We are not here to talk about long story. Apart from today, there's no more long story. Everything is hands-on. You know, we're doing it, you're seeing it, and you're seeing the results immediately, and everything is just happening. So I want to thank you all for taking part in this class. This is something that will really change your life. Imagine you having extra 200,000 naira, extra 300,000 naira, extra 500,000 naira, extra 1 million naira to your salary every month is really crazy. Something that is really huge. You understand? So it's something that is achievable. A lot of people have been doing it. Some of my old students have been making such amounts of money, so your own will not be different. So you don't you need this, you really need it, and it's going to help you, and it's going to help people around you too. So thank you guys for being part of this class. I'm going to open up the channel now for you to ask your questions, to just clear yourself. Then in our subsequent classes, you pay attention. Don't ask questions in between the classes. Just compile your questions. When we are done with the classes, you ask your question. Another thing is, please, tomorrow the class is a continuous something. We don't jump any day. Continuous, except for Sundays. We might just leave the Sunday, but the class is a continuous something every day, 9 p.m. the same time. So for tomorrow's class, what we'll be doing basically tomorrow is creating an account, both Amazon and Payoneer account. So get your ID cards ready so that you will follow the class, and we'll proceed in that way. Then after that, we'll tell you what next to do, and so on and so forth. Before we know, we are done with this class, and you guys will just start making your dollars. Welcome once again. You can ask your questions now if you have. Good evening, Favor, you're welcome. You're welcome, Favor. Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of it. It's part of it. Just that sometimes, our name, how the issue is. Sometimes your face will not be showing, and I don't know, Nigerian and their problem. So, but if you have it, that's what I used. So you can still use it. You're welcome. Just like I told you, when I was talking about the design, I say we're going to be using a canvas because we know that some people don't have laptop. So what we're teaching you is you can use your laptop, you can use your phone, whichever one is preferable to you, can use it. So what you have to know is that you can never compare laptop and phone. You understand? So you can never compare laptop and phone. Any other questions? You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay. Good evening. I just said this class is just for Canva. We're not teaching you any other thing. Just Canva, strictly Canva. But I said those who already know how to use CorelDRAW, those who already know how to use Photoshop, fine. You can. I'll just tell you what values you're gonna use to do your design there. But for the purpose of this class, what we're going to be teaching is Canva. We're not here for graphic design, So we're going to be teaching you what you learn. We don't teach Photoshop here or CorelDRAW. What we're teaching you is how to do your cover, and we're going to be using Canva to do that. You don't need to download any application apart from your Microsoft Word. If you have Microsoft Word on your computer, you are good to go. So the only thing you will be doing is, well, what we're doing is writing. You write and you design. Canva is for design. Canva is a website. You can also download the mobile app if you want, but is a web-based application. So I'm just gonna share you the link, just canva.com. But if you want to download Canva as an application on your phone, those using phone, you can just go to Play Store and search for Canva. You'll see Canva there. It's for design. You just download it and put it as an application on your phone. But if you don't feel like downloading it, maybe you don't have space on your phone, the website is as much as better off than even the mobile app. You're welcome. So if you don't have Microsoft Word, you need to just get it on your phone. That's the two things you'll be needing: something for your editor, for your graphics, and then something for your writing, which is Microsoft Word. Okay, who else have a question? Okay, for doing what? Yeah, you can use definitely you can use Canva to do all those things. But one thing is that we're not dwelling more on all those things. I'm just going to give you tips on them. What we are here mainly is for there's two sections. There's a low content and the one with the content. So we are more here for the content section of it. The other aspect of it is a little bit artistic. You have to be very good at designs and all these things, creating all these artistic thing, which is far from what we are going to be doing. So, but I'm going to give you some tips on that, and probably some videos that can assist you for those who want to go further into design, creating all these designs and art. I'm going to give you tips, and also give you tips on where you can download already made templates, because if I'm publishing those books, mostly I just go and download templates of them and use, because designing those things could be a little bit time consuming, except you are very somebody that is good in all this art something and you're very patient. You can do that. It's not a big deal, but I'm going to give you tips on that, how to go about all those things. Then if you feel like it's something you want to go into, you can push into it. It's very simple, but the essence of this class, our major concentration is on the content aspect of it, not the low content aspect of it, because this is where mostly we have lesser competition. That's low content. This is high competition. You might publish your paper there, even in the next 1 month you haven't gotten a sale or there, but because a lot of people are doing it, and it's easier to access because people will just go to a place and download some templates and just upload it. It's just like, imagine publishing notebook is as easy as ABCD. If I want to publish notebook now, it don't take me even 5 minutes to create a notebook. There's a website, you just go, they'll tell you how many pages do you need. You tell them I need my notebook to be 100 page. You just type it 100 page back, click a button, it generates you a notebook of 100 page. You download it and publish it on Amazon. So that's why the competition is crazy. It's something that you don't even need to go into, because your sales, you might not be getting the sales you want to get. So, but on this content aspect, people don't go into writing much, because you have to pay attention to writing. They have to There's one or two copyright things, and some of these little tricks we are using, some people don't even know about it. So that's why people don't publish much, and the competition is not much. And again, topics varies. uh, People have a lot of things to write. Somebody might be writing about recipe, food recipe. Now food recipe is a different niche on its own. Someone might be writing about weight loss. Weight loss is a different niche on its own. Someone might be writing about ear, is a different thing on its own. Someone might be writing about prostate cancer. Someone might be writing about breast. Someone about children. There's a lot of niche you can write about. So for competition, or for people to concentrate on a particular niche, is so difficult. That's why the competition is not too high. On that content that's why we are focusing our energy there, because we want you to start making money immediately. But if you now feel like, I'm already making money now, I want to go into another niche, then you can now use this little tips I will give you to develop yourself on the other low content aspect of it. Then start also competing to see if you can actually make money from there too as well. I hope I clear your question. Okay. Any other person who has a question? Okay. Dio. You're welcome, Dio. You're welcome. Okay. Mm. Mm. It should definitely affect you. See what you do. See what you do. It's not too far. First of all, your ID. What kind of ID do you have? What ID do you have? You have international passport. That international passport, what name is there? Fine. What you do is use that. The, now the new one now, the new one that has your husband name, use it to create account. Just use that name for your Amazon account and your Payoneer account. You understand? Then what you now do for me to create to create account is as easy as ABC. You can create account in a day. I don't know if you get. So what you need to do is just go back to the bank and create accounts that tallies with that your husband's own. There's a lot of marketers begging for people to create accounts. So you can be at your home and they will come to your house and attend to you there and create your account for you. Understand? So it's not a big deal. So just use the new ID information, then go to the bank and create account. So another thing I want to another tip I want to give to you is optional. It's not compulsory. In Nigeria we have what we call the missionary account. You understand? Now this missionary account is a dollar account. This dollar account, why I'm suggesting it is not compulsory. It is based on the variation in the currency. Bank, when you are receiving money from dollar to your Nigerian account, because our rate and the black market rate is the normal rate and the black market rate is quite different. Now I think the official rate should be around 400 and something per dollar, but black market is selling at 600. As of today, I think it's 600 per dollar. So you see the margin is a little bit huge. So now if you get paid to your Amazon if Amazon pay you to your Payoneer, definitely it's coming as a dollar. Now for you to send it back to your Nigerian account, you have two options. It's either you're sending it back to your Naira account or you're sending it to your domiciliary account. Now, if you're sending to your domiciliary account, you have a better chances of, you know, not losing that particular margin, because you definitely, once you drop to your domiciliary account, you can go and withdraw it as dollar and go and meet one aboki somewhere. They will change it for you at a higher rate. Then you take the money back and go and put it in your Nigerian bank account, and you have what, a bigger money. But if it drops in your Naira account immediately, they will do their conversion. The bank will do their conversion immediately, and they will be the one to make the gain, not you. So it's an optional something. Is not a big deal. I'm just giving you all these tips so that, because I just want everybody to know how transparent we are, and it's not compulsory. If you want to get a DOM account, you just go to the bank and get it. Is as easy as anything. It might take a while to come out. It doesn't happen so easily as normal account. At least it might take up to a week or thereabout to process it, because I think the process is a little bit longer depending on the bank. There's some bank you go, they will do it so sharp. And again, if you don't have money to do it, because they might require you to have like up to $100 before you can open a DOM account. If you don't have that, just forget about it. It's not a big deal. Maybe when you start making money, you can raise up to $100 or $50 and now say, I want a DOM account. Then you can now create a DOM account and you start putting your money there. It's optional. It's just a bonus one. Any other question? Okay, Osita, let me hear from you. It depends. It's not all book you can actually copy. There are books you don't copy. There are books you can copy. It's just like somebody say, I want to copy Things Fall Apart. You can't copy Things Fall Apart. You understand? There are books you can copy. There are books you can't copy. But you can copy a book like how to invest in Bitcoin 2021. You can copy books like how to manage prostate cancer, how to do this. You understand? These are kind of the books so you have to know the kind of books that you can copy. Then, and again, I will advise you, if you want to definitely copy a book, make sure you have like 3 of that kind of book. Then you copy, just like having 3 kind of that books. You understand? Then get point from this one, get point from this one. Don't just mix up things and get your own book. You understand? So don't just follow that guy, and make sure you change the titles, tweak things. And we're going to teach you how to paraphrase. Now, paraphrasing has to do with changing the phrases, changing the structure of the text, the sentences to look different from the original one. So we're going to give you some tools that will help you do that. So definitely you can copy. It's all about copying. What we are doing is all about copying. Like I said, is research. Research is all about copying. It's not you, that it's not coming from your head. But you have to be wise when copying. And don't copy as they used to say somebody when we were in school, they say somebody will copy somebody's reg number. So you don't need to copy someone's reg number so that you won't be caught. You understand? So you copy wisely. But it's all about copying. What we are doing is all about copying. Okay? Yeah, I think Ikenna has a question. Ikenna, can we hear from you? Good evening, Ikenna. uh, Payoneer doesn't integrate cryptocurrency. Yeah, when you withdraw your money to your Nigeria account, you can go to Binance and buy with your, or you buy from any exchanger around your neighborhood. If you don't know any exchanger, you can call me. I'll show you some. That's what I'm saying. It's not possible to do that. They don't have integration for cryptocurrency. They don't integrate cryptocurrency. You're welcome. So who else has a question? Feel free to ask your question. We This is an interactive section, so want everybody to feel free. Um, let's get to know ourselves better. So any other? Okay. Good evening, Vibes. Is your name Vibes or what is your name? Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Yeah. Okay, definitely. I think we are recording this class currently. We are doing recording. Oh, we're gonna, yeah, on the paid group we're gonna be sharing the videos there, so you can watch it at your own convenient time. So I think that is it. You're welcome, Christy. Any other question? I think no other questions. So thank you guys for your time. Um, just sit back, and I promise you this will be one of the best things that happened to you this year. So thank you guys for coming around and staying to this time. So we'll call it a day. Good night, everyone. Yeah. Bye.